Chambers of the Occult may contain content that might not be suitable for all listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Old news nonsense.
Oh, yes.
So,
Who are you, ma'am?
Who are you? Yeah.
I'm Alexis.
There we go.
I am
There we
Jay.
go.
And I'm Kai. Welcome back.
This is true.
We're glad you're back.
Yeah, thank you for being back.
And if you're new here, welcome.
If you are new here, Old News Nonsense, it's like the most unserious episodes of podcast.
It's about old news that are just a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah,
you know,
basically.
I think that's a really good choice of words. Yeah.
So if you were looking for
Okay.
something more serious, listen to a regular episode.
Yeah. Listen to
wait.
We got
our
those too.
regular editions of Chambers of the Occult.
Now, for this season, wow.
Yeah, for this season of
episode,
Chambers of the Occult,
we have Alexis. What's her theme, Alexis?
your mama.
Bro.
Cool. Care to
come
take
on.
it off?
Yeah. You know one thing I've always wanted?
What?
A snake.
Yo, I used to
I
have a
love
snake.
snaky.
A Slytherin
I love
snake.
snaky snakes. A Slytherin snake.
I'm a Slytherin snake.
You are a
Wow.
Slytherin.
Do you speak parcel tongue?
Not yet.
Is it parcel
Yeah,
tongue?
do it right now. Yes,
I
it
said
is.
not yet.
He's learning.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! Well, hurry up.
Well, the alpha is
Damn.
hard. You know, there's not all the ABCs. It's
Be better.
It's all S's.
and like yeah.
Be better, man. Anyways, I love snakes.
Okay.
They're a
know. Is
beautiful
that what your first
little
thing is about?
creatures. They're so cute. I saw this newspaper clipping. It's about a snake committing suicide,
Oh.
biting itself.
Whoa.
Yeah, not too
Okay.
cute and adorable.
What? Okay.
Here to tell us
Okay,
more.
go on. What?
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so that's what the headline is. Snake commits suicide by biting itself. Yeah, it's interesting so far, but it says Nisa or August 20th. Horace. Oh, his name is
What?
Horace.
Little
Horace.
horse.
He's a
I thought you said
rattlesnake.
horse, and I was like, what? I was like, what?
Oh,
Isn't
isn't that what you have in your throat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I went away.
Alexa's turning
Anyways.
into a horse. Anyway.
Or should I say nay?
Okay.
Okay.
Get on with it, lady.
Yes.
So Horace, he's just a little rattlesnake. That's what it says. Pride of local zoo was dead today of suicide. For 1
Ooh.
month, Horace withstood the stares of the curious who came to see him coiled in a glass jar.
No.
Yesterday, apparently, weary of captivity, he committed suicide by sinking his fangs deep in his body. I mean,
Aw.
he died within half an hour.
What
And that
the
is
hell?
the ending. Yeah, I'm so sorry I chose this one as the first one, but I figured I'd get the saddest one out of the way first.
Fair.
The
And
other
it's
ones are
too
not
long.
bad.
Is this our first sad old news nonsense clipping?
I think so.
I think so.
Oh my
Well,
god.
unless you count Duck Duck, Who Got the Duck.
Alexis, what have you done?
I know, I'm so
No,
sorry.
but like that one was kind of cute though.
Yeah, Horace the
Yeah.
snake, the rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Like, wait, okay, does it like I know snakes will sometimes like accidentally like start to
Yes, they
eat
will.
themselves because like stress or they're scared or
Mhm.
they're like tired and they mistake themselves for food. But like Is that what this
Oh.
dude did, or is it, or like?
It doesn't say that in the newspaper clipping.
I mean, it very well could be because I didn't actually know that.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, a lot
sometimes
of
they'll
times
just
it's
like,
because of stress and like
Yeah.
hunger or poor eyesight.
I mean, if you have people staring at you for how long was it? 2 weeks? 2 months?
yeah, valid.
A month.
1 month. Yeah, nonstop. I'm sure at some point that poor snake gave up and was like,
Oh, this is so sad. I'm so
Okay.
sorry, you guys. Oh my
But-
goodness gracious.
no, but, like, if
what
you-
did I do? I'm
If
a
there's
monster.
a snake that's like biting itself, or it's like biting something it shouldn't be eating, like if you have a pet, just like get a little bit of hand sanitizer and just rub it.
Yeah, they immediately
Oh, really?
like reject.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like they know the alcohol, or the smell of alcohol. They're like, "Ugh," and then they.
Yeah.
oh, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Ooh.
So
That's why
no.
it's
don't
always
let your
good
snakes
if you
eat
ever
themselves.
if you ever handle a snake as well. It's always good practice to use some hand sanitizer before you touch them, because it helps to like mask the smell of like you being a human that's like
Oh.
meaty and alive, or other meat on your hands as well that might
They
like
can
entice
eat me.
them to
It's
bite.
okay.
You say almost as if you've handled snakes, Kai.
I have.
It has.
I know he has. I'm just trying to get him to share with the listeners.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up having a snake, and then I also work at a park conservancy, and we've got some snakes in enclosures, and I'll take care of them
Bye, Lynn.
sometimes. So, yeah, it's pretty fun.
Nice. Well, thank you.
Yeah, I
We
love
got to learn
snakes.
about what was their name?
Yeah.
Horace.
Horace. Oh my God. Like
Horace.
Horace
May-
Green from School of Rock.
May they rest in peace. And yes, School of Rock.
Nice.
Cool.
We should
Now,
watch School.
Kai, would you like to go next, or would you
Horse-
like me to go?
Sure, yeah, I'll go next.
I was his shoe.
All right. So, you know what? Going along with the theme of animals,
Sad.
and
Oh.
specifically
Oh, okay.
animals biting.
Oh,
Mhm.
Here's an article. It's from the Herald News from Passaic, New Jersey. I don't know how that's pronounced. On
Yeah.
Thursday, October 16th, 1958. And this one says, hamster, class pet, bites boy.
yo.
So it says 2 schoolboys were hurt in Passaic yesterday. One fell and broke his leg. The second was bitten by a pet hamster.
Aww.
Israel Jarina, 12, of 258 Chestnut Street, fell in the gymnasium of Memorial, number 11 school. His leg was set at Passaic General Hospital. Julius Uhas, 15, of 96 Van Winkle Avenue, Van Winkle, was bitten on the small finger of his right hand while playing with a hamster in Woodrow Wilson Junior High School. A classmate, Judy Buck, Judy Buck is 19, but she's the classmate of 15-year-old Julius?
Wait, can you say that again?
So Julius Uhas, 15, of 96 Van Winkle Avenue, was bitten on the small finger of his right hand while playing with a hamster in Woodrow Wilson Junior High School. A classmate, Judy Buck. Oh, no, okay, Judy Buck, 19 Aspen Place, took the brown and white rat-like rodent to
Got
school
it.
a month ago, and it soon became the class mascot.
Aw.
Dr. William Foster, city veterinarian, said ill effect seldom, if ever, followed a hamster's bite, but he nonetheless ordered the animal quarantined in its cage for 10 days. The bitten lad was treated at Beth Israel Hospital. And that's the
Oh
article.
my goodness.
I like it.
Oh, the hamster that
I
was supposed to be the
know.
class mascot ended up biting the kid. Oh, okay.
It does
I would do
sound
the
like
same if
it
I
will
was a
be
hamster.
fine.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm just like,
Okay, I just realized though that they just completely glossed over the fact that the other kid fell and broke his leg, which is
No, literally.
arguably a bigger
Poor-
deal than
Yeah.
getting bit by a pet hamster. but
That's right. They kind of
we made
just
the article about the hamster instead.
brush past it. What? So, someone was a a class favorite.
For sure. Oh my god. They were like, oh my god, he got bit by a hamster. He's gonna get rabies or something. And then the vet was just like, nah, dude, you're fine. It's just a hamster.
Which,
You're
honestly,
tripping, brother.
I think I have had hamsters in the past. They have bitten me in the
Ooh.
past, but they're not.
You've had
Horrible.
hamsters? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I've had
That's
hamsters,
cool.
yeah.
J-Lord.
Hamsters, yeah.
I don't know what.
That made me think of the pig from Sing.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I
his,
know. Yeah.
Rah, rah. Definitely.
You guys forgetting that. Oh.
It was a good movie.
It was.
It was. All right. What do you got for us, James?
Well, in that note, I learned my lesson from previous episodes, and I actually transcribed my newspaper clipping because it's old
nice.
and I had to read it properly. So, on the topic of animals, I will keep it on the topic of animals.
Nice.
At least for this newspaper clipping. So this says toad frogs attack bees, killing many of them.
Oh shit!
No.
Yeah, so it says frogs eat bees as they come out of the hives at the home of police officer Falwell on Willow Street. Police officer E.B. Falwell has a number of beehives at his home, 303 Willow Street. I also think it's kind of crazy how they used to give like people's address just very nonchalantly.
Yeah, just in the newspaper.
Literally.
Yeah. It says the hives, which sat squarely on the ground, were attacked by frogs. The common toad variety of a large number of bees were destroyed. Officer Falwell says that the toads stationed themselves close to the holes of the hives, and when the bees came out, they swallowed them with apparent great relish.
Nice.
The frogs did not appear to be stung by the bees, said Officer Falwell to the party of friends. I would judge that there were nearly half a dozen of toads eating my bees when I made the discovery. I had much trouble in getting rid of them. After they were driven off, I raised the hives about a foot off the ground, since which the time the frogs have been unable to get to the honeymakers. And that's it.
Nice. I'm just so glad they weren't like stung at all.
No, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think the bees were quick enough to react to that.
No, I guess not. Or like the frogs, the toads, they flung their tongue out like so fast, or like they bit the bees so quick they couldn't even react.
And they were smart to wait by the holes where they would come out, and they're like snack, snack, snack.
I honestly love that.
I would have loved to seen it, but at the same time, I would have also been like, "Hey, those are my bees. Stop it."
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. There's also a toad where I work, and the toad is really cute.
Yeah.
Does the toad have a name?
Rocky.
Rocky.
Rocky the
I
toad.
like it. This toads did not have names. They were just delinquents.
They deserve names. They've done us a great service.
There's
Literally.
like half a dozen of them, so we have to think of like a dozen names.
Send in some name suggestions.
We will name this toads.
Yeah.
Oh, and then this one, I don't think I told you from what newspaper it was from. It was from the Austin American Statesman from Austin, Texas, August 5th, 1904.
Ooh.
All right.
I love that number.
Pretty cool.
1904?
Why?
Yeah. Oh my god, you guys said it at this exact same time. That was so scary. Because I like the number 19 and I like the number 04.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
I
because
see.
someone got married that year.
Oh my god, do you actually see it?
I know why, yeah.
Oh my god. I was just kidding. But yeah, I realized as I said it that it kind of correlates.
It
Yeah,
very much
that's what I was
relates
like.
to. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we're not gonna. Anyways, okay.
Yes, tell us, Alexis.
I realized I didn't mention where my first story came from. So blame Muncie, Indiana Evening Press for that information that I gave you. They published the article Saturday, August 20th, 1932.
Did you say blame them?
Yeah, blame them.
They're just reporting the news.
Hey, why are you reporting that kind of news, my man?
Fair.
Anyways, this next one is not necessarily about an animal.
That's okay.
Tis about a tree.
No way.
And if you know me, you know I love trees. So this was published by the Boston Globe in Boston, Massachusetts, Sunday, December 12th, 1915. Good number.
Nice.
And it starts off with tree owns itself. Yeah.
What?
Georgia man. Yeah, tree owns itself. Did you get that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Georgia man gave his old friend deed to ground it stands on. What the hell is that even English? Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Can you read that again?
Yeah.
Yeah, Georgia man gave his old friend okay. Georgia man gave his old friend deed nope, it still doesn't make sense. To ground it stands on.
Wait, say it one more time.
Yeah, okay, we got it. Georgia man gave his old friend deed to ground it stands on.
Okay, that makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man gave his friend the deed to the ground that whatever it is stands on.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is, but the tree that owns itself.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm smart like that.
Okay. There is in Athens, Georgia, a tree which owns itself. It has a deed to 8 feet of ground on all sides of its trunk. The tree formerly was owned by W.H. Jackson. What a sick name. To prevent its ever being cut down. Mr. Jackson executed a deed making the tree owner of the ground around it. This deed is the only one of its sort in the world.
Wow.
So the tree owns itself.
Wow.
What are we?
I'm so proud of that tree.
I love trees. I know, for real, right? Like, hi, tree. I see you. What kind of tree is it?
This is how the earth reclaims itself.
Yeah, what
it buys itself back.
Yes.
Yeah, what are we?
Nice.
I like it.
Anyways, thank you. I love it. I love trees.
Trees are so cool. Trees are sick.
What's your favorite tree?
Post redwood.
Haha.
What's your favorite tree, Jay?
Kai already answered that.
Is your favorite tree coast redwood?
Yes, not gonna lie. Earlier today, I was looking up if I could grow my own redwood, like in my backyard or my.
You should have bought one of those little ones.
Yeah, you should have bought one of those. Yeah.
Technically, I can. There's really nothing telling me not to do it.
Mystery spot.
So,
we got to go back to the mystery spot so we can buy a redwood tree.
The mystery spot.
Mystery spot.
We can grow our own tree and then give it its own land.
Yeah, Widowy.
Yeah, we
Give it a
like give it
name.
the deed to itself.
Yeah, tree owns itself.
Yeah, Widowy.
Sick. All right.
Take it away,
guess-
Kai.
Anyways,
I guess I'm going for my second story now.
yeah, like
And-
right now.
Oh, okay. This is from the Bradenton Herald, from Bradenton, Florida, on Thursday, July 25th,
Wait, Bradenton?
1996. Bradenton. Bradenton?
Right?
It's spelled,
Bradenton. Yeah, it's Bradenton.
spelled-
My tia lived
Okay,
there.
Florida girl. Okay.
Okay, I'm
That's
sorry. I
right.
lived there for a few weeks. My fault.
You lived in Bradenton?
Yeah, I lived in Bradenton. I lived in Apopka, and I went to Orlando.
But you
I went
Florida
to-
seems so fitting for you. Like you seem like a Florida girl.
Ew, stop.
Don't read into
No, I don't see
Um,
that.
Don't ever say that ever again. That is so disrespectful, bruh. That is so disrespectful, bruh.
I literally
Oh
just
my
said don't read
God.
into it. I just said don't read into it. So
You're
I mean, that's
so.
kind of on you. Anyway,
Your
this article
mom.
that I'm covering,
Yes.
Florida man wants Pepsi to give him jet.
I'm sorry. Huh?
Florida man wants Pepsi, the company, to give him a jet.
I would like one too, please.
But is it a Pepsi jet?
It should be Pepsi branded, and it should only serve Pepsi.
I think so.
So this was written by Michael Rappaport from the Dow Jones News Service, I think.
I like that name.
Anyway, Michael Rappaport. That's
Yeah.
fun to say. So this says, PepsiCo Inc. thought it was a pretty good joke to pretend to give away a Harrier fighter jet. It's Pepsi stuff promotion. The company stopped laughing after John D.R. Leonard tried to take Pepsi up on the offer, up on it. The Inwood, Washington man and the Purchase, New York-based company are now bottled up in a different kind of Pepsi challenge, a dispute over a Pepsi stuffed TV commercial that offered a Harrier jet to Pepsi drinkers. When Leonard tried to take advantage of the fictitious offer and Pepsi told him it was just a joke, Leonard told the company to stuff its refusal, and the dispute has gone to court.
Yes.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, that's false advertisement. Give me
seriously?
that jet.
Yeah, what are
Come
we?
on. You said I can get a jet. Give me my jet, bro. I earned that.
Yeah, what are we?
So it goes on to say, the commercial itself, or this is all quote, the commercial itself and the Harrier at the end is clearly a spoof, and I think everyone knows that. But I think Mr. Leonard is clearly getting carried away, said Bradshaw, a Pepsi spokesman. But Larry Shantz, Leonard's attorney, insists the Harrier offer is no joke to his client. He thought it was very serious. So did I. We thought it was a big contest and giveaway. End quote. The Pepsi stuff promotion, begun in March, lets consumers redeem Pepsi points on beverages containers for caps, t-shirts, jackets, and other prizes. But for comic effect, Pepsi offered a slightly bigger prize in a TV ad, a Harrier jet, initially available at the bargain price of 7 million points.
Oh my
God.
goodness gracious.
How much
I
Pepsi would you have to buy?
Hell?
How much
That's
Pepsi would you have to
true.
buy?
You would have to buy it. You would have to go to like
You would have to
Sam's Club or like
buy
a
the whole
bulk.
company.
Okay. Enter Leonard, who saw the ad and tried to take advantage of a provision in the program allowing consumers to purchase points for 10 cents each. So
Oh.
Leonard sent the company a $700,000 check drawn on Chance Law Firm to buy
Oh.
7 million points and request.
Oh my God.
Holy crap.
No
dude.
way. Who has
Holy
$700,000 laying around for a jet?
Okay, so this dude
Where
must have
are
been
we?
rich. Why didn't he just buy it himself?
Well, I
Like,
mean,
why
I'm
No,
sure
where
wouldn't
do
he
this
we?
just buy
jet
it?
costs more than that.
Okay, but the thing is,
Mhm.
this is from 1996. $700,000 back then
That's a
is
lot. Hold on, let me look it up. 1,400,000 $1,200.13.
That's almost 1.5 mil in
Yeah,
today's
literally.
money. That's
Oh.
crazy. I feel like he definitely could have just bought a jet for
Oh,
himself.
yeah, for sure.
Unless I don't know exactly what a Harrier jet is, and it's
I was
like
gonna
a
say,
super
I don't-
crazy type of jet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like
Let
it's
me
like
look
a
up a
crazy type
Harrier
of jet.
jet.
Maybe they won't be able to.
Oh, maybe it's like a
Okay.
military jet, and like you can't privately buy one.
It's a
That's
jump
what I
jet.
thought.
That
If
actually
it's-
makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
But at the same time, can you imagine writing a check for like $700,000 to
Oh,
Pepsi?
wow.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
wow.
the
This jet is
Harrier jet,
nice.
yeah, the Harrier jet, informally referred to as the Harrier jump jet, is a family of jet-powered attack aircraft capable of vertical/short takeoff and landing. So it can take off vertically
Ah.
like a helicopter.
Oh, holy
Yeah, because as soon
crap.
as you said jet,
That's
I
sick.
figured it was like military something.
Okay, so it's definitely a military jet, and he was like, "No way,
Yeah.
they're giving me a military jet." Okay,
Okay,
you know what?
well, that
Valid.
makes more
Leonard is
sense.
valid. He is valid.
Yeah. I'm with this
Anyway.
guy on this one.
He sent him that $700,000 check, and it says, but the company returned the check, telling him it wasn't really offering a Harrier, which goes for many times more than $700,000 anyway. Okay, I guess.
So
I
this
should've
is when he
guessed it.
took them to court.
Yeah. Yep. So Leonard threatened PepsiCo with legal action, claiming the
As he
company had
should
made
have.
a fraudulent offer and breached a contract, according to court papers. Shant said he expects to file the suit soon in state court in Florida, where he lives. PepsiCo has struck back with its own lawsuit in federal court in New York, asking to have Leonard's claims declared frivolous and to be reimbursed for its attorney's fees.
See, I don't know if there's an ending to this story. Is there?
That was it. I'm
No!
literally looking up right now, though. John
I
Leonard
hope that he got his
Pepsi
jet.
He didn't.
Oh my God, Leonard versus PepsiCo Inc. It's a whole court case
Yeah.
on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I literally just looked it up.
More widely known as the Pepsi points case. That's
I love
so
it.
funny.
And
Wait,
the
I
thing
should
is,
save this for like a bonus story or something.
actually, you should. Yeah. I will not look at it. I will not read it. I promise. I will be excited for when
I
you
won't
bring it up.
either.
I don't know if
won't
it's
either.
long enough, but
I mean, you'll figure it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
Um,
can dig some stuff up.
No, because I would think
So
it would
good.
be if they were like, okay, you don't have the money for those like points. Yeah, it can be dismissed. But he sent the $700,000 for the points. It was like he was trying to redeem something that they had out, like, what is it? Not published, something that they had promoted.
There's a Netflix documentary on it.
Oh my god!
No way, bruh.
That's sick.
I love how this man made a name out of himself.
That's sick.
No, literally.
I do hope he got his jet.
I did too. Well, actually, yeah, okay. I did too.
I hope he did too.
Where are
Well,
we?
thank you. Wow.
Thank you very much. Damn, I
Oh
can't
my
believe
God.
that happened in Bradenton.
Okay, you know what? I'm definitely gonna watch the documentary on this and
Yeah.
make it a bonus story. That'll be fun.
I love it. Yes.
Cool.
Well, thank you.
All right.
And I will say thank you in the future.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
We should go to Bradenton.
Hell no, I'm not going to Florida, bro.
What is there to do?
Bradenton, it has a beautiful beach and the water is warm. It's
Oh,
nice.
so what I
it's
hear from you is
beautiful.
that
We
we're
have
not
beach
going to go
too.
find this. We're
It's
not going to
also
go
a
find this
safer
man to
city
borrow
than
his jet.
Apopka.
Mm.
It actually is a safer city than Apopka.
I think the fact that you bringing up its safety at all in the first place
Oh
is
yeah,
like enough to like deter me.
valid. So valid.
All right, what you got, Jake?
Cool. I have a story that's not involving animals or jets or Pepsi.
Damn it.
Okay.
Or trees.
Mm. You'll find out.
All right.
Mm?
So this is from the Cincinnati Post from Cincinnati, Ohio, and this was published December 27th, 1954. And there is a column that's called Molly Mayfield, and then this column says, Her husband is a peeping Tom.
Oh my god.
So this is, I figured when people write in their issues and they publish them on newspapers, so this is what happened.
Yeah.
And it says, Dear Mrs. Mayfield, my husband is a peeping Tom. It's a terrible thing to admit, I know, but it's true. We live in a row of houses which are fairly close together. Between our house and the one right next there, the one to the right, there's just a hedge that separates the lawns. Well, my husband will sneak out of the house and hide himself in the hedge and spy on the young lady who lives next door to us.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
This woman is calling her husband out.
What the fuck?
She continues by
Oh my
saying,
goodness gracious.
I noticed how often before going to bed, he'd say he was going out for a breath of air or going out for a smoke. And I noticed how excited he was when he'd come back in. So not long ago, I decided to do some spying of my own. So I watched him from a darkened window when he went out. First, he stalled around a bit, looking this way to make sure that nobody saw him. Then he crept into the hedge where he could look straight into this woman's bedroom. And there he stayed for 20 minutes to a half an hour.
Ah.
Yep.
What? What?
Depending, no doubt, on what there was to see. And then she follows by saying, I'm not the type of woman to keep my mouth shut about this type of thing. So I slipped out and I pounced on him. And I told him off good and proper. He was livid. He was so angry and denied everything. Said he just wanted to be alone. As though he had to hide in a hedge for that. Well,
Literally.
this man. Well, for about a week after that, he would go out and walk around the block, but didn't hide in the hedge again. As far as I know. But he started coming in excited again. So I followed him one night, and Miss Mayfield, he had found another hiding place where he could look into the window of another house. Isn't that disgusting?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
I have told him that if I catch him at this sort of thing again, I'm going to report him to the neighbors. And so help me, I believe
Good.
I'd be tempted to. My husband is such a mild man on the surface. This is hard to believe that he would sneak around as a peeping Tom. If you were in my place, how would you handle this?
I'd kill him.
Oh. I mean, you do you. This is why you belong in Florida. Anyway.
Bah. Bah.
As for you, Kai?
I think she handled it pretty well.
Yeah, she pounced on him. She's like, I'm going to call the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tell the neighbors. The fun thing about this is that there's a reply to the post. And the
What is
reply,
it?
I loved how the reply says from angry wife Agnes. Dear Agnes. Ugh, there's something so... I love how she said this. There's something so reptilian about a peeping Tom.
Reptilian?
Yes.
Actually, that makes like zero sense, but it also makes sense at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a
It
snaky
works.
snake.
I mean, yeah,
She
I guess
says-
so.
Yeah, she says, I don't blame you for pouncing on him, nor for raising all manner of you-know-what, nor following him, nor threatening him. Truth to tell, the man is doing a very risky thing. He could easily be shot at or picked up by the police. If some of the neighbors got wise to his tricks and reported that a peeping Tom was in the neighborhood, the police might easily waylay him. And the consequences of this little stories would be drastic. Why don't you talk to him seriously about the possibilities? Why don't you say that unless he behaves himself, you'll be the first to alert the police? That certainly ought to put the fear of God in him. Also, when he goes on this evening ramblings, why don't you just follow along until he begins to realize that you're serious about not trusting him out of sight.
Oh my god.
Damn.
She went in.
She did.
I love it.
And then there's a final thing back from Miss Mayfield, and it says, P.S. I discussed the problem of peeping toms with a psychiatrist friend of mine who said that frequently such people were latently dangerous, but that often discussing their tendency with a physician might be of inestimate value. Only, he said, people with such tendencies would seldom admit to them unless they'd been caught on the act. So I kind of like how it was like a little back and forth. It's like, this is my story.
I actually really love that. Yeah, that was
angry
fun.
wife replying. Yeah. And then, yes. So yeah.
Fun. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I love the response. Like, that's the first time there's been like a direct response to something, I feel like. And that's just, I don't know, it's really cool.
I like when they have like a response, but at the same time, I'm like, does that mean that the newspaper just like gets a hold of it or like publishes like a second thing?
I don't know, but like they definitely have, like, are they talking through the newspaper or are they just,
they
like,
are.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Which I can really appreciate. I'm like, you go,
Yeah.
Before internet, before Wi-Fi, before all of that.
Yeah. I love angry women.
Yeah, this is why you belong in Florida.
I was gonna say, it takes one to know one.
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all always be bullying me on here. Y'all always be hanging up on me. It's 2v1 right here. Anyways.
Yeah, tell us what you have.
What's next?
Y'all ever been to Waterloo?
No.
No, but I've heard of it.
Waterloo, Iowa. That's where this was published by the Courier on September 16th, 1907. Guess what happened that day? Just give it one wild guess.
Your mom.
I hate you.
What? I don't know, Alexis. Yep. Was it a once in a blue moon incident?
It was. Oh my god, I'm so glad you said it.
Wait, was it?
This does only happen once in a blue moon, you know what I'm saying? Right, Kai?
No.
Wait, what do you mean?
This only happens once in a blue moon.
Nope.
Have you guys ever pet a goat?
Yeah, I have actually.
Are they soft? Well, I've pet a goat. I don't know why I'm asking you that.
They have kind of like coarse fur.
But they usually have fur. You feel me? Every goat has fur. Not this one.
Not every goat, but
not this one.
Not this one.
Okay.
This goat is two things. Number one, I hate you so much, right? This goat has two things. Okay. Number one, it's shaved.
Okay.
Number two, it's stolen.
Which one came first?
The goat.
No, like.
Okay.
No, what?
This stolen goat is what this article is called.
The stolen goat is what? You cut out.
The stolen goat is shaved.
Okay.
Now, under it says, trimming of, quote, Billy's beard fails as a disguise, end quote. It says, it starts off with Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which is weird because it's in Iowa, but September 13th, clean shaven and youthful looking, Mrs. Mary Klambuski's Billy goat is back again in the Klamboski backyard. And this, I'm going to give out an address, rear 3176 Miller Street. The complex case was decided yesterday. Yeah.
When you give an address and then you say, I'm going to give an address, rear
What?
I thought she was joking when she said,
31.
I'm going to give an address. Rear. Talking about her rear.
Rear 31.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about 3176 Miller Street.
Yeah, thank you.
The complex case was decided yesterday by Magistrate Hughes. Mrs. Klambosky accused Mrs. Francis Kalinsky of harboring her goat and shaving off his whiskers to disguise it.
What the?
Mrs.
Wait.
Kalinsky. Yeah. So Mrs. Kalinsky said the goat was too young to have whiskers. The magistrate and one or two other goat experts made a careful examination and decided that the goat had been shaved. And also it recognizes Mrs. Klambosky and said, "Ma," to her. So she got it.
It said what?
Don't make me say it again.
No, like I
Say
didn't
it.
hear it. No, genuine. Like I didn't hear it.
Ma. I said it.
That was weak as hell. Go on.
Ma.
No, Ma. So it also recognized Mrs. Klambosky. So the goat recognized her and said "Ma" to her. And so Mrs. Klambosky got the goat. And that's how it ends.
So she got her goat back.
She got her goat back, but Miss Kalinsky, man, what the hell was she thinking? Taking the goat, shaving off its whiskers, brother?
So, I guess it still begs the question: which came first? It being shaved or it being stolen?
It being stolen.
Okay,
And then it was shaved.
thank you.
So she thought she could steal a goat, shave it, and then claim it as its own. Be like, no, this is my goat. It doesn't look like yours.
Yeah, this is my Billy Goat.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's his
Mine
name, Billy Goat.
was Joe Goat.
Yeah, so why is she calling me
Bruh.
Ma?
I can't believe Mrs. Kalinsky would do that, though.
I believe it. She was
Oh.
jealous.
I thought she was better than that.
Her goat was dry, so she needed a new goat.
Her goat had whiskers, and so she needed a goat without them.
Do young goats don't have whiskers?
I guess not.
honestly
Let me
don't.
see. Do young goats, I spelled young wrong, have whiskers? Bucks or male goats can have black whiskers. Whiskers?
Whispers.
Woo. Other types of goats, such as dairy goats, dairy cross boers, and pygmy goats, can have beards. So that's the difference.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that doesn't actually answer whether young goats can have whiskers or not. So,
It tells you that goats have whiskers, so it also tells you that they were
It tells
shaved
you-
off.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
If
will
you
go
were a
for that
goat-
answer.
If you were a goat, what would your name be? That's crazy.
I love how
Wow.
like there was no
Y'all didn't come up with anything. Y'all
You
could have
should've-
just came up.
No,
You're
no,
in
you should've
improv
seen my
classes,
face.
brother.
I was locked in on thinking what my name would be, but I did not think, like,
That's why we
Same.
need to do in-person recording.
Yeah, for sure.
Hubert.
Hubert.
It'd be like Gerald. or something.
Hubert? Gerald?
Gerald.
Bruh, Gerald the goat? Hubert the goat?
Yep.
No, not Hubert.
That's
Hubert.
Oh, Pubert.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to disregard your pubic hairs. Pubert.
What?
Hubert the goat.
The goat. That's such a...
Oh.
Why Pubert?
Right, weird as hell.
'Cause it's
Wait,
not used for
you
people.
named.
So might as well use it for
That's
a goat.
true. That's true. That's true.
Or Oscar.
I like how
Oscar's
you went from Hubert to Oscar.
Oscar's a cute name, though.
Yeah, I think
Huh?
more people would call
Oscar's
Oscar.
a cute name.
Yeah.
That's my dad's name. Are you saying my dad's cute?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Kai, what's your story?
Yeah.
Well, my story is published on the Lancaster New Era. It's from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Posted on Tuesday, March 21st, 1939.
What are we?
Now, this one headlines by saying F&M youth swallows 3 live goldfish.
I'm
What?
sorry.
Why would they do that?
In classes today, feeling fine, won $10.
Huh? Won $10?
So apparently there was a
Why do you
goldfish
guys say-
swallowing fad in 1939.
No. It's like the whole Tide
Stop.
Pods again.
It's something like that. Yeah.
I didn't think that was an actual thing. Is the Tide Pod thing an actual thing?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a thing.
8 Tide Pods, like in what, 2020 or something like that? 2019?
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
guess
know.
people did it with goldfish too.
I guess so.
Give me one second.
Continue. Oh, or not. I didn't think the Tide Pod things was a thing, actually. I thought it was just a joke that was just around at that time. I don't know.
No, it was on the news and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, it was huge.
I don't pay attention to that. So
Yeah, you're from Florida, so.
I'm not even from Florida. I'm from here.
Well, apparently it rubbed off on you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I lived there for a few months. Oh my god.
Okay, so having apparently won the National Collegiate Goldfish Swallowing Championship.
That's a mouthful for a contest.
Imagine having that like as a trophy.
That's crazy.
Bragging rights, brother.
A
I swallowed
National
goldfish.
Collegiate Goldfish Swallowing Championship.
That's
is
crazy, brother.
How many
Anyway.
goldfish were swallowed in this competition?
Oh my goodness gracious. All animals were harmed.
Yeah, even the
Yeah.
human. So swallowing championship, Frank Pope, F&M Jr., was back in classes at college today with $10 in his pockets to pay his expenses at the interfraternity ball. He said he was feeling fine. Pope swallowed 3 live goldfish, the largest about 2 inches long, at a local cafe last evening with a goodly crowd watching.
I would think that this would happen at like a county fair, not a cafe.
Cafe.
Yeah, wait a wee.
Everyone watching intently.
Okay, continue, Kai.
He got $5 from the proprietor, Carl Hildebrecht, an F&M alumnus, and another 5 from a student who bet he couldn't do it. His feat was 3 times as impressive as that of a Harvard student who swallowed only 1 fish.
Bruh.
Now there's a quote. It says, "I did it to show up those Harvard bums and sissies," Pope said. Anyway,
Yeah, wait a wee.
I don't like fish any other way. He sprinkled some salt and
What?
pepper on the fish before lifting them above his mouth and dropping them down head first.
Stop.
Okay,
Stop.
I don't know if you've covered this, but were the fishes alive?
Yeah, they were alive, just living fish.
Well,
down,
yeah,
down
I'm
the
assuming they're alive.
down the hatch.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I assumed they were alive. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
yeah.
yeah. It's a good question. It's a good question. Sorry, I didn't mean.
No, you're good. You're good.
Damn. That's crazy. What the hell?
So this sounds like
Like,
it went on for a couple years, though.
Probably.
Yeah.
Speaking
I
of-
wonder when
yeah.
someone was said, "Hey, like we should stop swallowing goldfish."
when somebody probably like died from swallowing goldfish.
Yeah, or they ended
What
up in
made them
the ER
even
or
start
something.
thinking that? What,
I mean,
like,
have you
they
seen
woke
the
up one
videos
day and
of
were like,
dudes,
oh,
have you seen the videos of dudes just drinking like a whole cup of raw eggs and
Yes.
stuff?
oh
Like,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Well, I feel like that's like not as bad as eating live or like swallowing live goldfish. I don't know. Like, I'd rather
I
swallow
wonder,
eggs than
I wonder if
goldfish.
you could feel it swimming around in your stomach.
I
That's
hope
what I
not.
was.
I stop it.
That's what I was
Because
literally thinking
it
about.
wouldn't,
I was like,
it wouldn't die right away.
The thing is,
I don't know, because it would
it
go
would be
right into
flating
like the
around
stomach
because
acid.
yeah, I was gonna say it would be like swimming in pain and like I don't know, like going all
100%, like
crazy.
it would die
Yeah.
pretty quick because lack of oxygen as well as
Yeah.
like, being like eaten by your stomach acid essentially, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't
God.
die
Oh my
immediately.
god, those poor
It would
goldfish.
be alive like flipping around in your stomach. Oh.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
I don't want to know, but I do want to know, and I won't do it. But I would be willing to swallow a goldfish, but I won't do it.
Don't you dare. You know they did that on Jackass?
Did they?
And he would, yeah, one guy, he would like swallow the goldfish and then he'd like puke it back out and it would still be alive.
No, I'm sorry. No.
Yeah,
No.
it was crazy. It was crazy. No, see, I can't do this. I can't. That's just, oh my goodness gracious. Anyways,
Speaking of
continue.
goldfish, have you guys tried
The
the
snack that
extra?
smiles back.
Shut the fuck up. Have
Just
you
quiet.
have you tried the extra toasty Cheez-Its?
No.
They're really good. They're
I
Cheez-Its,
don't-
but they're like extra toasty.
They do sound good
And
though.
I have a box next to me right now. And they're
Haha.
good. Have you guys
I'm
seen?
glad that you're not eating goldfish.
Yeah, me too.
Uh-huh.
I forget if it's like a Japanese dish or like it's some type of Asian dish or something, but it's like raw live shrimp, like the little jumping
Yeah.
shrimp salads,
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh.
and they're literally
Yeah.
jumping like off the table as you're eating it.
Stop.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
goodness
crazy.
gracious.
Anyway,
Oh my
goldfish
god.
swallowing.
Yeah. Continue.
Oh, was that it?
Oh wait.
Wild guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that
that's
it?
it. That's it.
Oh, thank
Okay.
you.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow.
Oh my
You're
goodness.
Animals were injured in all stories.
Yeah. Oh my god. These poor animals.
Including my upcoming story.
Oh God. Okay.
So we had a snake that bit itself. We had goldfish that were swallowed. And this one is
my God.
titled Prize Duck Ate Yeast, Rose Up, and Exploded.
What? So much has happened in that sentence.
Yeah, it's basically another whale story, but just a duck this time. So this is the
That's
Independent
duck.
from Santa Barbara, California, and it was published Monday, December 27th, 1909. Okay, so this story goes. Are you okay, Alexis?
She never is.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Continue.
No, you're good. You're good. So this story goes, Cedar Grove, NJ. There's so many initials, but the thing it's called Careful Cultivator of Geese. Note, care is spelled with a K rather than with a C, just to emphasize the
goodness.
fact that it's extreme. In Cedar Grove, to emphasize the fact that the extreme of pains is taken in the culture of poultry eggs. Garden truck. Like I don't know if I'm making any sense. I'm just going to tell you the name of the duck.
Yeah.
The name of this duck is named Rhadamanthus.
Rhadamanthus?
Wait.
Rhadamanthus.
Rhadamanthus?
Yes.
Rhadamanthus. How do you spell that? Spell it
I'm
for
going to
me?
spell it for you right now.
Okay.
Ra.
Sick.
Manthus. Rhadamanthus.
Spelling bee up in here.
I was gonna say it feels like a spelling bee right now.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's actually kind of a sick way to spell it though. It feels like a D&D character.
Rhadamanthus. It kind of
Yeah.
does.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
So it says, Rhadamanthus blew up at 7:10 this morning, just as the Essex Falls Cannonball accommodation stopped by at the General Notch watering tank. A stiff northerly gale was blowing at the time, and 5 dark brown duck feathers were wafted even so far as Great Notch, and fluttered into the open window of the smoker and that admirable Erie Railroad train. Rhadamanthus was no ordinary or orny duck. He was, oh shoot, here we go. I'm going to spell it out for you. I know how to say it. I have not
shit.
practiced.
I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Here it is.
I believe in you too.
Cuke. He was a cuke duck, maybe?
That sounds honestly right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a cuke duck of the famous breed that Frank Roux has been cultivating with such success. He was a grandson of, and here we have another duck's name, which I will be putting up for you. I love how these names are just crazy long for ducks. Here we go. How would you say that?
Nebuchadnezzar.
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 That's the one.
Nebuchad.
Nebuchadnezzar. Or Chad, Nebuchadnezzar. I like Chad more.
I like Chadnezzar too.
But
Chadnezzar goes
Rhadamanthus
crazy.
was the grandson of the famous fortune-telling duck that predicted
What?
its... Oh, yeah. So Nebuchadnezzar was a famous fortune-telling duck that predicted for its owner and perpetrator, Mr. Roux, the early discovery of the North Pole.
Yo! What?
That's fire as hell, actually.
So
Yeah,
I don't know
wait.
how he foretold the discovery of the North Pole, but this duck did. Anyway, this was after Nebuchadnezzar had wandered into an ice box in George Mears grocery store, where he was imprisoned for the night. He came home a trifle stiff and a bit blue, but his lips, and the very first thing he did when he was thawed out, he picked the North Pole in the contest with his bill on the map. Oh, so I think it was just ducks pointing in a map to where the North Pole was.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah, the duck pointed
Wait,
itself to the north.
I love this duck.
Okay, so Perkins has done some blowing about town over the decision in favor of his rooster cook. On top of this, he has been putting on Rhadamanthus as the plus ultra of the Cedar Grove ducks, befitting by comparison each and every duck in Rawlings Duckery. Then to rub it, and he brought Rhadamanthus to the last meeting of the Cedar Grove Board of Poultry Trade and passed a resolution through which Rhadamanthus was awarded as the longest-billed and brownest-tailed duck along the Great Notch right of the Erie.
I got an award for that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
People were proud for their ducks.
So cool.
Well, he was
That's
going
cute.
on Rollo Rollings, bought a cake of yeast in Gus Mears' grocery store. He asked for and got a moldy-looking cake of yeast. A cake of yeast that was tied twice with a cord to prevent it from busting its wrapper. There's good rising powder in this yeast, asked Rollins before purchasing it. The cake of the yeast, replied Gus Mears, who used to be a sailor, would rise the oh my god.
You got it.
I had this word before, but I no longer have it.
You got it. Type it in, Shabby.
I did type it in.
Lusitania.
I think it's the name of a boat.
That makes
So
so
he
much
said
sense.
it would raise the Lusitania if she sank in 80 fathoms. So Rowling bought the yeast, and he went forth into the crisp twilight of the last night. Witnesses have testified that he passed the fence that girdled the Perk's duckyard. Likewise, that he lifted Rhadamanthus from his coop, and said fowl entered the Perkins' yard. A little later, he was seen walking briskly homeward, springily in tune. Later, Perkins made his discovery. He noticed that Rhadamanthus was sitting on a box outside of his special coop, and that he was nibbling on something with apparent relish. Perkins patted his favorite duck on the head and entered his cottage. It was not until 6:30 o'clock this morning that Perkins saw Rhadamanthus again. Looking out from his bedroom window, he noticed a strange commotion in his duckery. Drakes and the lady ducks were flapping their wings in alarms. Ducklings were quacking in panic. Perkins rushed down to the yard to discover the cause of the strange potter. The moment he opened the door, he fell back with an exclamation of dismay. There was Rhadamanthus, floating in the air 6 feet above the ground, flapping his flippers, pathetically and utterly wistful quacks. Rhadamanthus was filling and growing as unusual, as big as round as a balloon. His wings did not move. The wind wafted him against the coop, and then he floated gently skyward, quacking for assistance.
Why did that get like so chaotic all of a sudden?
I think it's just because he ate so much yeast and it started to like grow in him.
God.
I got the yeast high.
He just started like blowing up. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, went away.
Poor Rhadamanthus.
I feel so bad.
He was mounting slowly in the air, growing larger by the minute. Perkins followed him in petrified dismay. Suddenly, as he gained the level of the second-story window, there was a terrific report that flung Perkins on his back. The air was filled with feathers and fragments of duck. Rhadamanthus had burst and was no more.
Oh
my goodness!
Rhadamanthus!
I know.
Oh my gosh!
Why?
So when I read this, I picture the scenes from Shrek when like they blow up the frog and the snake. That's how I picture Rhadamanthus.
I know what you're talking.
Just
my
balloon.
goodness gracious!
My God!
Yeah,
he just blew up.
He did. He ate too much yeast. All the yeast.
Oh, Rhadamanthus.
Poor Rhadamanthus.
It says
animal death in today's episode.
Yeah. The poor chap's bill was found later in the front of the Thumb Point Town Hall. Fast in the jaw of the bill was the telltale wrapper of the yeast cake Rollins had bought from Gus. This evidence will be offered as Exhibit A in a threatened suit to be brought against Rollins by Perkins.
Dude.
Bruh.
That went like 0 to 100 so fast.
So fast.
Definitely. So that's Rhadamanthus for you.
Oh my goodness gracious.
May you rest in peace.
Thank you for keeping his memory alive.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm glad they got reported. My eyes are teary.
I'm going to make a D&D character in honor of him.
Rhadamanthus.
He's going to literally be a duck.
We're going to be like, what's your race? Duck. I'm sorry?
Duck. Goose?
Yeah. Duck. Who has the duck?
And then he's got to like
duck, who got the duck?
Like an enlarge spell or like have like some like giant DNA or something, so like he can make himself like enlarged and bigger. So it can be like
round and start rolling just down the hill.
Damn it, brother.
Oh no.
Why am I? No, I'm actually going to take this so seriously. I'm going to create this beautiful character.
Wild magic sorcerer, but like the only the only two options on the wild magic table are you blow up or like you like expand in size.
Yes.
Bro.
And you need to name them Radamantis.
No, you could do like
Or-
a
Oh my
wild
god.
magic.
No, that's gonna be his name.
A wild
name
magic
them-
barbarian.
Radamantis Jr.
Oh my god. I just looked it up. He could be a druid.
Turn
Could
into
you
a
see
duck.
Radamanthus being a druid?
I think it's just best
What
if you have
about-
him as an NPC that just a duck that turns
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
But if he was a player character, honestly, like a wild magic barbarian or something, I think would be sick.
Why
Oh,
a
yeah,
barbarian,
yeah, yeah.
though?
I don't know. It's just funny.
Because that's just so fitting for like a duck.
Fair. Radamantis.
Yeah, named Radamantis.
Well, thank you, y'all.
Well,
I
that's
hope
Old
you guys
News
enjoyed
Nonsense,
it.
Volume 3. 3, right? Volume 3?
Yeah, volume 3.
Yeah. 1, 2,
Sick.
3. I know how to count. No.
Tree.
Did you give this tree its land?
Yeah. I planted a tree and then I got a deed for it, and
It was
now
on
I
the
own
tree.
stuff.
Boom, boom.
I used to read. Stop. Okay, I could probably go on and on and
Good
on and
night.
on.
Yeah. Bye-bye, folks. Tune in
Bye.
next week for Paranormal and
Thanks.
True Crime, or in 2 weeks for the next...
Chambersoftheoccult.com.
This is the latest we've recorded an episode, so
Yeah, if
Yeah,
we
what
sound
are
Yeah.
we?
loony, it's because we are.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I
Well,
literally-
have a great
Okay, yeah.
rest of your time. I mean, if you have one last
thank-
thing to say, Alexis.
No. Thank you for listening. You lovely people. Have a good night. Come back here. You heard?
Yarn. Why did I say
Yarn.
that?
Cool.
I don't know.
Bye. I love you guys.
Bye.